Hey, fellow Aquas, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be taking a look at your second half of June general reading here. So, in the meditation, it was short yet sweet and very powerful. So, I saw Hathor, the Egyptian goddess of love, and it was like not just life size, she was absolutely just the size of a building, right? And she's sitting on a throne. And I feel like we were deep within, I guess it would be, a pyramid or an underground structure. Where it felt like in a tomb, but not like necessarily like a tomb that was just for the dead. A place of blessings, and it was very much like a spiritual space, right? And then I saw her, and I'm looking at her, and I'm waiting for something to happen, for her to impart some wisdom or tell me something about something. She's just staring at me, and I'm like, okay, vibe. So I'm just looking at her in the meditation, and then I see this bearded dragon come from the side, and then come and just sit on her knee. And the bearded dragon and her were just giving me eyes. And it was really interesting because I feel part of the message is the silence and the stillness of it, because it was so, if you think about, bearded dragons or really lizards, cold-blooded creatures, they seek the heat, right? They seek the heat, they seek the warmth and the sun. And so they use their energy in a way where they're kind of like natural energy conservationists in a way, right? Like they stay very, 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 very still when they're still, and then when they move, it's with precise focus and action. It's like they are masters of timing and movement and intention, right? I have a bearded dragon, so I've seen this. I know of what I speak. It's they're really fascinating creatures. They go from 0 to like 1,000 in a moment, like absolute zero, and then you get the crickets in the cage, and it's like boom, 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 boom. So it's fascinating with Hathor, the goddess of love, right? She is the Egyptian equivalent of Aphrodite, right? Or Freya in the Norse mythologies. She's such a powerful, beautiful, highly feminine, powerful feminine energy with the bearded dragon. Really, really fascinating here. I'm very interested to see what the cards have to say, because usually it's a bit more pomp and circumstance, and I have a clear message from it, but it's a bit of a mystery. Just these themes. So yeah, well, we're gonna get into this together. Let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say. Hey, fellow Aquas, let's go ahead and see what the animal energy is for the second half of June. Animal energy. Oh God, yes, 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 yes. So we got the Swan. Did we get this recently, or am I imagining? Anyway, the Swan, this is so brilliant because we've just shown up in our own reading, because the Swan energy equates to or corresponds to the star key in the tarot, which is us. We are the star key in the tarot. So we are here at the top of the reading, which is so brilliant. Oh, I'm so here for it. So Swan energy is very much about divine love, like the star key is, right? Which is interesting. The bit Hathor, who's the goddess of love, coming in to give us the stare down. So this is really fascinating here. Divine love, great faith, great hope, health, wellness, positivity. But what's really fascinating about this that I'm really drawn to with the Swan energy is that swans appear very still above the water, right? They look graceful, they're still, but underneath the water, their feet are paddling so quickly and doing so much work, right? So that's really fascinating that we saw this bearded dragon, which is, it looks to be so still sometimes that it's like, are you alive? Like it's that level of stillness. But really there's a lot going on within them. They are so actively conserving their energy, right? So it's really interesting, appearances versus what's actually happening or sort of a dichotomy of energies there. It's really, really fascinating. But Swan, the star, Doesn't get better than this. Also, the fact that we are going from Gemini season into Cancerian season, we're in the time of the summer solstice, hello, for the second half of June, which is a very watery time. And then we have the water animal energy of the swan here. It's plus the wings, so it's air and water. We are the water bearers. Oh, you get where I'm going with this. It's all tea all the time. But what's really interesting too is I'm noticing, so Hathor had that, Egyptian sort of heavy eyeliner eye makeup, right? And I'm seeing that the swan kind of has, some heavy eye makeup going on here too. I mean, we know that, comes by naturally and all, but that's interesting, drawing a focus to the eyes. Really, really interesting. But there could not be an animal energy, like a better one to come in to start the reading off. So it's just like, hello. This is going to cast a starry, beautiful glow over everything that comes out. So it's really, really beautiful to see. It's really, really beautiful. All right. What is going on for Aquarius for a second? Oh, yes. I like it so much. Can you see that? Okay. So we have the Three of Wands here. So this is really brilliant. So remember, the wands rule the realm of the actions that we do or don't take around the work that we love to do or our interpersonal relationships about which we're passionate, right? It's about action. It's about movement. Interesting. Stillness versus movement, right? Now, Three of Wands is so brilliant, and I love it so much because, like, Two of Wands is dreaming up, what could be and what's to come. It's kind of like that pot where everything is thrown in and things are cooking and brewing, right? You are imagining things, you're starting out, you're setting things forward, you're going about things without necessarily knowing, what's going to happen. Then Three of Wands comes in, and other people, whether this is like, a following, agent, friends who recommend you, bosses, whatever, whoever, starts noticing what you're doing and wants to jump on board to support you and help you. That's why Three of Wands is so amazing. It's got kind of this merchant energy or this benefactor energy, because it says, like, you have done everything that you can do on your own up until this point. You have successfully applied the Two of Wands lifestyle. And now, this is you, right? This is us. Now someone is swooping in and going, hey, I want to be a part of that. Hey, can we, how about, what if we collaborated? Hey, what if I sponsored you? Hey, what if I recommended you to this person that I know that is looking for someone who does what you do? Or hey, what if I put this forward to this publisher because I just think it's a perfect, whatever this is. This could even be someone who, through word of mouth, hears about what you're doing and goes, hey, like, is there any way that I can help you? Because I'm really feeling what you're doing and I want to be a part of it in any way. It's so good. This is, what is that? Another way of like thinking about the Three of Wands as well is if you build it, they will come. I really, really like it. It's really, really beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. Let's see what else is going on. Oh my God. Why do I feel? Yes. Before we talk about it, why do I feel like something is about to come into fruition or about to come down the line, like wishes granted with the star energy here, that you have really set yourself up for nicely to receive? Why do I feel that? It feels really strong though. King of Wands. So brilliant. More wands here. Now, why I'm so obsessed with this, especially because I got to go back to the bearded dragon aspect of this, is that snake. We were talking about cold-blooded creatures that seek the heat, the snake here. So King of Wands is a master of timing. He knows when to move. He knows when to be still. So because of that, he always has all of the energy that he needs, and he never wastes any time because he's a master of timing, much like the lion is, right? So it's really brilliant. Now, what's really interesting is that in the traditional tarot, in the Rider-Waite tarot, right, the King of Wands is shown seated on a throne that is decorated with salamanders, which is another lizard. So we got lizard energy here as well with the King of Wands, which is really, really brilliant. I'm really getting with this. I have shivers. I'm really getting with this that it has felt like you have been in a time in some way, shape, or form, some aspect of your life has been still or in a state of preparedness, right? And it's about to spring forward and really start moving. And it feels like I'm looking at this crown in the sky and the star from the Swan here. It really feels like it's something, especially with the crow here as well. It really feels like it's something that you have earned, you deserve, you've worked towards, or you've really done all of the preparation work where the timing is right. And that's what I'm hearing. I just got shivies. The timing is right is the whole point of this reading. The timing is right. The timing is right. I keep hearing it. The timing is right. The timing is right. Whoa. Also, let me just briefly, crow energy, if you don't know, crows are very much about timing and synchronicity. And they're very much about you being on the verge of manifesting something that you've been working towards. Okay. When you see crows, that's what their energy embodies. Oh, goddess, it's just so good, y'all. 6 of Wands. I literally have shivies all over my body. I don't think I've had like this many shivies in a really long time. 6 of Wands. Victory, public recognition, abundance. Hello, goodbye, hello again. Are you serious? Are you here? Are you seeing this? Like, I feel like I need to like reach through my like camera right now and be like, hello. Like, is this even real? This is so beautiful. It's so brilliant. Also, I literally have to. Do you see the dark eyes? The dark eye makeup with Hathor. I'm so obsessed with this. 6 of Wands, like we said, there's the laurel wreath of victory. This is very much about, this isn't just public recognition and success and things coming into, physicalization and manifestation for you. And it is about other people noticing you and what you're doing. We already talked about that with the 3 of Wands, but it's also about feeling really good about it yourself, right? Because there are times where we have a sort of success, or what society thinks is success, or what our parents, think is success, but we don't necessarily, like, have you ever been in a situation where you've been congratulated or like, yay, good job, or wow, this is an amazing opportunity for you, but your feelings around it feel a bit not like they don't necessarily match with what's going on. You're like, why don't I feel, is that right? It's that feeling of I have everything that I want, but yet I don't feel great. That's not 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is like you're feeling good about this success and about this movement forward. You're feeling good. You're able to receive the help, the promotion, the contracts, the opportunities, all of it. I'm so here for it. Also, lemur energy is really, really brilliant because it's sort of a hybrid energy of the 2 of Swords and the Sun, right? From the Tarot. So 2 of Swords is about bringing together your heart and head for equal conference, right? It's about a cause for pause and taking just a time out, taking a moment or a beat or a series of beats in order to really gather all of the information available to you from both your heart and your head so that you can move forward, with a full bag and fully prepared. And then you have the Sun, which is about illumination, enlightenment, positivity, good health, joy, happiness, bliss, gratitude, all of the things. Again, we're talking about the Sun. Right? With these heat-seeking, cold-blooded creatures, it's really, really fascinating. Y'all, just look at this. First of all, it's all wands, so there's that. This definitely feels related to what you do for work or a passion project and your interpersonal relationships. It feels like everything, right? 3 of Wands, King of Wands, 6 of Wands. Now, what I'm really noticing here, look at this. Do you see the crow is sitting on the lion's head? We have the lemur looking where? at the lion or the crow, whichever. And then you have this bird here who's looking what? In the same place. So everybody's attention is what? On the king. Underneath the constellations of the crown. Really, really interesting. The laurel wreath was worn as a crown in the Olympic Games, right? It's really for victory, to symbolize victory. All of this focus on the lion and the crow. I feel like you're about to be not just like recognized, but I feel like your visibility is going to be heightened in a really pronounced way. I don't want to say when it rains, it pours, but like, that's what it feels like. It's like something is let loose and it's like the time is right. What can I say? When the time is right, everything seems to happen at once. Abundance, the energy of abundance doesn't really care if it's a lot at one time. It's like one energy feeds the other, right? Things start to happen. You feel really good about it, which allows more things to happen. So when you're an attraction magnet, that's what it is. That's why they say when it rains, it pours. That's where that comes from. That's how the energy behind that works, right? One energy attracts another of its likeness, right? Ooh, I have shivers and the time is right. You know, again, I don't know why I feel the need to really comment on this in like such a overt and insistent way, but I feel like some of you are going to be in the limelight or the spotlight in a way that might be surprising or a bit like, oh, like just as a random example, this can be even something where like a video of yours goes viral or someone you get, you know, I don't know, seen somewhere or recommended for something. And it's like, suddenly you're the face of something. So you get scouted. It's something like this, where suddenly you're in the forefront of something, or you're in the spotlight, or a lot of other people are looking to you. This could even be in your place of work. You know, the boss, you know what they're showing me? So if you've seen the movie Whiplash, it doesn't matter if you haven't, I'm going to take you there. In the movie Whiplash, there's a scene in the beginning of the film where there's this drumming student just practicing in a practice room, like after hours late at night. And like this big famous like drummer who's a teacher there, kind of here, it goes very dark in the rest of the movie, but I'm just talking about this one bit. Kind of hears him playing, and he's discovered by this, you know, this teacher unexpectedly, and then ends up being kind of the star of the, you know, the group of the school. It's really interesting, and it happens unexpectedly and rather suddenly, but that kid was in there putting in the hours and practicing. So there's something about your preparedness, or the timing is right, that really puts you at the forefront of something in some way, shape, or form. I also feel like there's another aspect to this as well, as the people in your life, the people around you are going to be looking to you. Like, that's what I'm getting from this. Like, the people around you are going to be looking to you, right? This could be for inspiration, for advice, for support, for whatever. But if you think about the lion, you know, the lion having the pride, there's something about that. The lion is out front. The lion is, you know, the boss energy, right? So it's interesting that it feels like there's going to be a lot of focus and need of you, but it feels so incredibly positive that you're stepping into this role and this energy with such a beautiful grace. Back to this swan here. Remember, very calm on top, feet are paddling on the bottom. So I do feel like it's going to be a bit, I don't want to say intense, like in a negative way. I feel like, like wonderfully electric. Like it feels like that. It's really beautiful. You know, they're taking me back to that image of Hathor, with the bearded dragon. You know, when we think about Hathor and that energy again, you know, her message, that love message, is very much about, you know, embodying all the aspects of your experience as possible with yourself, your others, the work that you do, anything and everything, through the lens of love. Love informs everything. And I truly mean that. I'm going to tell you a story, a brief story, because it's coming up here. Story time. I'm going to put these down because it's, you know, hurt my hands. So story time. I was in a cafe when I was about 16, 17 years old. I remember it was, if anybody knows Madeline's, it was like a franchise chain anyway. I don't even know if they exist anymore. But anyway, I was getting me my French onion soup. And I was at La Madeleine's, and I was sitting, and I overheard what I found out to be a professor and his student from the local university. And they were having a debate. The professor had introduced a concept and said, everything that we do as humans is for love. Everything that we do, our common motivator for anything and everything is to be loved. And the student said, no, but what about this? And no, but what about this? Surely that's not to be loved. And for every single example that this student brought up, the professor said, no, look at this, look at this, look at this. And I'm hearing that right now with Hathor and the Bearded Dragon. The bringing love into the experience and really being aware of that feels incredibly important somehow. You know, love is something that informs so much. And we can look at it through a bunch of different lenses. But even if we look at a situation where someone, going back to that previous example, when someone is in a life where they, other people think it's really great and on paper it looks really great, but there's no love in it for them. They don't really love what they do. They don't love getting out of bed in the morning to go do it, right? Then there's no love in it. And therefore, that's not their highest and best path. And that's not, a life necessarily that they're going to look back on and go, yes, I did that. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's a question within this, the time is right. There's something about that love aspect where you're going, okay, let's just look at the love in each of our experiences, in our dreams, and our hopes and goals, and our tasks, and the things that we don't necessarily want to do. Where's the love in it? Where's the love in it? Because that feels like it's very much the context and the beacon and the guiding light and the filter, I want to say. It's like a love filter over everything. And that feels incredibly important. I'm getting a little signal like going, don't try to over explain or over understand it. It's just kind of leave it there and know that this is going to play itself out to greater understanding on an individualized basis for each and every one of you watching this. But there's something in that for you. And really take that, conversation that I overheard in that cafe all those years ago. And really think about that for yourself. Where is the love in your situation? And how can you, take that love and really apply it to as much as possible, whenever possible. When in doubt, where's the love? That's the question. When in doubt, where's the love? And again, back to this aspect of, the time is right. I am telling you, there's an aspect of wish fulfillment to this. Remember that I said that the Swan was going to be casting a glow over all the cards? There's an aspect of wish fulfillment to this. Remember, the star is also about, being in the spotlight. I have a teacher who, whenever she gets the star key in a reading, it's always her signifier that someone's about to be famous or really in the spotlight. So that's interesting as well, that there's that aspect at play here. So, I really have shivers. It really feels like this is a very beautiful, divine, highly exciting time. And there's nothing left to do except pull an oracle. Let's pull an oracle. I feel like this one. Let's do this one. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Wow, this just like... amazing. It's so nice when it's like peaches and cream and everything nice. Oh my God. I literally... Yes. Okay. So we got two. I got one that came out and one that was on the bottom, like shifting forward. So I'm going to start with this one. I literally can't. Okay. The Lady of Lightning. Surprises sometimes shock, total paradigm shift. Number 35. Surprises sometimes shock, total paradigm shift. What did I say? That things are about to like... I really get interesting. What's really interesting is that we have these sources of light here. We're talking about being in the spotlight. Now, let me talk about the energy of this key. First of all, number 35, 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 is the number of material wealth and abundance, which is going to lead us to our second key over here. But I'm going to wait on that for a second. So with the Lady of Lightning, whenever this comes up, this is very much about that saying of, God, I feel like this just happened overnight, or God, I feel like this happened so quickly. This is the positive energy of the Tower key, meaning like this is when the tower, like it doesn't fall, it suddenly shoots up 6 stories. Like that's what this is, and it's so brilliant. This is when it's like, oh my God, this is happening. This is happening now. Oh my God, right? So are those stars? Yeah, those stars in the sky. This is such a beautiful, beautiful energy. We're going to go from one place to another, seemingly quickly or all at once, but really it's not. Really, it's something that you've put the work in with the 3 of Wands, and that is within your path to receive with the Swan energy. I'm telling you, this is going to be something that is surprising in nature, and it's really, really brilliant, which leads us to our second oracle, which I'm so here for. The Diamond Dreamer, material wealth, true prosperity. Number 6, which goes to the 6 of Wands. Now, let's talk about this. There is an Egyptian vibe on this. Do you see these, like Anubis? Can you see this? These Anubis heads? And then there's like this Egyptian, well, he looks like a genie, but anyway, it's really interesting. Look at his eye makeup. I'm just going to point out all the dark eye makeup, but there's something about that, and it's really fascinating. So Diamond Dreamer, material wealth, true prosperity. These are things coming into physical fulfillment and manifestation. This is like leveling up in such a way where suddenly you have more than you did before. And you're like, okay, yes, I will take that advance. Okay, yes, I will take your kind offer. Okay, yes, I will agree to this, which will give me a raise. Oh, yes, I will like agree to this, which gives me like a new car, a company car. This is that level. And I'm so here for it. This is absolutely what we've been talking about. Are you seeing? This is so amazing, Aquarius. I'm so excited about this. It's really beautiful. Also the fact that we're going into the time of the summer solstice, it's a really beautiful opportunity where it's equal times, light and dark. It's a really beautiful opportunity, especially with this Lemur energy is making me think of it in the double swan, to kind of stop and look and go, okay, where's the love in it? Where's the love for everywhere that I've been? Okay, there. Where's the love for everywhere that I am now? Okay. And then where's the love for everywhere that I'm going but don't know what it's going to look like yet? Sending love to your experience in all directions of time and space. That is the energy and the opportunity of the summer solstice. So it's so beautiful, Krans. I'm also hearing, interestingly enough, a crystal recommendation. I'm getting drawn to this. So this is called Angelite. And this is a really beautiful, this is the color of the solstice as well, with blue and the throat chakra here, and the blue of the swan. I'm hearing Angelite. If you're into crystals or you're so inclined, this could be a really beautiful crystal to keep with you during this time, and even really over the summer season as we move from Litha into Lammas in July. This is a beautiful crystal that just attunes your frequencies upwards so that you have a more direct line to angelic guidance or ancestral guidance, or it's just a beautifully high vibrational love stone. This is basically rose quartz, but celestial and related to the throat chakra and communication, which is our zhuzh, darling, as Aquarians, right? So this is, I'm hearing that for you to keep Angelite with you. It feels like a nice, fun, extra crystal recommendation here for it. So with that being said, Aquarius, yes! I so hope this helped and resonated. If so, please let me know in the comments below, because I love reading your comments most of all, and you know it. I make no secret of the fact that you are my favorites. Love to all, but that's what it is. And please like, please share, please subscribe. I would love you so much for that. And also a reminder, if you are an intuitive or lover of all things metaphysical, tarot, any and everything, please join my Facebook group. The link to do that is in the description box below. It's a beautiful place where we can all come together and I can connect with you personally and ask questions, share stories, and really connect in a non-judgmental, open, caring, loving space. Also, I've started to do lives like live free personal readings and just live readings in that group. I've just started doing that, and I'm going to do more of them. So that's a really great way for us to connect personally, and then also get access to, you know, live readings as well, where I just show up and do personal readings for anyone there, whatever you guys want to do. It's my way of giving back to you and saying thank you so much for being here. I also, you know, I'm not always able to offer personal readings because of, you know, my other life schedules. And so I like to show up and just give complimentary readings whenever I can. I like doing that best. So with that being said, I'm sending you so much love, fellow Aquas, and many, many blessings. Thank you so, so much for being here. But most of all, and as always, thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.